Okay, today's lesson is on equations, and again, a lot of this is review. There are a lot of vocabulary words with this lesson, so please make sure that you are reviewing them and that you know them. Okay, we're going to find solution sets of equations over a given domain. An equation is formed by placing an equal sign between two numerical or variable expressions called the sides of an equation. So if we look here, I have a numerical expression, 11 minus 7, and a numerical expression 4, and they are separated by this equal sign. So this is telling me that these two expressions are equal, and that gives me an algebraic sentence or an equation. Here I have a variable expression is equal to a numerical expression, and here I have two variable expressions equal to each other. Sentences containing variables are called open sentences. The given set of numbers that a variable may represent is called the domain of the variable. A variable in an equation can be replaced by any of the numbers in its domain. The resulting equation may be true or false. You may use braces to show a set of numbers. A short way to write the set of whose members are 1, 2, and 3 is just to put them in braces. Don't use parentheses because that indicates something else. But braces will indicate that it's a set of solutions or a domain. So let's look at our first example here. It says the domain of x is 1, 2, and 3. And basically what that means is 1, 2, and 3 are the only choices I have for values for x for whatever reason. So they want to know, is the equation 5x minus 1 equals 9, is it true when x is equal to 1, when x is equal to 2, or when x is equal to 3? Now, normally you've solved equations where there was one answer, but there's always a possibility of more than one answer. So make sure you check all of the numbers. Okay, so we're going to start by taking our equation and we're going to replace the value of x with numbers 1, 2, and 3. So when I put x 1 in for x here, I get 5 minus 1 equals 9, which is not true. It's false because 4 does not equal 9. If I plug in 2, I get 10 minus 1 equals 9, which is true. And if I plug in 3, I get 15 minus 1, which does not equal 9. So that's false. Okay, so in example 1, when x is replaced by 2, the resulting equation is true. Any value of a variable that turns an open sentence into a true statement is a solution or root. So 2 is the solution of this equation. We could also say that 2 is the root of this equation. So solution and root are two words that we use interchangeably. And as we get further along in the year, we'll use root more often than we use solution. Okay, and we say that 2 satisfies the sentence. Okay. The set of all solutions of an open sentence is called the solution set of the sentence. Finding the solution set is called solving the sentence. In example 1, there's only one solution. For the equation 5x minus 1 equals 9, you may either say the solution is 2 or the solution set is 2. And whenever we're given a domain, we usually put our solution in braces, okay, which kind of matches the way the domain is set up. So that's kind of an indication. If I give you a domain in braces, then you need to put your solution set in braces. Otherwise, you can just put y equals 2. Some equations have more than one solution, and some equations have no solutions. The sentence y plus 2 equals 2 plus y is true no matter what number is substituted for y. It doesn't matter what I put in for y, since these two y's represent the same number, this will always work. Therefore, the solution set is the set of all numbers. If you're asked to solve this equation, there we go. This equation over the domain 0, 1, 2, and 3, you state that the solution set is the domain itself. So for that, we had y plus 2 equals 2 plus y. If these are my possible solutions, well, all of them are solutions. So I would write my solution set like that. Okay. Here's another way to show that the domain of a variable y is 0, 1, 2, and 3. You can use this symbol here. It looks kind of like an E, and it means is an element of. So if you think about element meaning part of something, you can read that y belongs to the set whose members are 1, 2, 3, and 0, 1, 2, and 3, or you can just say y is an element of the set 0, 1, 2, 3. So let's look at example 2. We have this equation, y times 4 minus y equals 3, and y is an element of the set 0, 1, 2, or 3. So we want to figure out if any of these are solutions. So I'm going to plug in my numbers. And if I plug them in, I have 0. So that's going to give me 0 times 4, because 4 minus 0. 0 does not equal 3. So this is false. Okay. If I plug in 1, I'm losing my lead here. I have 1 times 4 minus 1 is 3, which equals 3. So this one's true. But don't stop there. Keep going. If I plug in 2, I have 2 times 2, and 4 does not equal 3, so that's false. And if I plug in 3, I have 3 times 4 minus 3 is 1, and that one is true. So here's a situation where I had 2 solutions. So my solution set is 1 and 3. Okay, so if you stopped here, then you got half the problem wrong. Okay, so make sure that you're checking the whole problem. All right, if we look at example 3, it says solve over the domains 6, 8, and 12. 5 more than twice a number is 29. What is the number? Okay, well, they tell us the equation right here, but let's just do a quick translation. 5 more means plus 5. Twice a number, if I use n for my number, that would be 2n. Whenever you see the word is, or was, or will be, that's your equal sign. Okay, so 5 plus 2n equals 29, or 2n plus 5 equals 29. Doesn't matter the order there. So let's plug in our numbers. That's an 8, 12, and let's see what we get. So 2 times 6 is 12, and 12 plus 5 is 17, which does not equal 29, so that's false. And 2 times 8 is 16, and 16 plus 5 is 21, which does not equal 29, so that's false. And 2 times 12 is 24, and 24 plus 5 is 29, so that one is true. So in this case, there is one solution, and that is the number 12. Okay, if we look at the try this, here's the try this. There's only 5 problems today. The first 4, you're going to use your domain. X is an element of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You need to plug in all of the numbers, okay, because there's possibly more than one solution. Make sure you write your solution set using braces. For number 5, they give you the domain of 10, 12, 14, and 16. You need to write the equation, so just translate that sentence to get your equation. Plug in your 4 numbers to see what solutions you get. Show all of your work on this paper, and then you're going to put your solutions into the Google form.